And that was Justin Smith, ladies and gentlemen, the lead scouting and recruiting analyst for Touchdown Alabama magazine, coming on to discuss the latest update, that being four-star defensive tackle Jamil Burroughs out of Powder Springs, Georgia, becoming the latest and 23rd commitment for the 2020 class. This class right now ranks number 2 in the nation, number 1 in the Southeastern Conference. But, folks, we had some great content on this edition of shows right here. Got a chance to speak to good friend of mine, Trey Wallace, out of Fox Sports in Knoxville, talking Crimson Tide and Tennessee Volunteers. How does Jeremy Pruitt and this year's team stack up to Alabama? Remains to be seen. Should be a good matchup, but Pruitt knows his bunch not quite where he needs for them to be just yet. I'm looking forward to actually checking out this LED light feature inside Bryant-Denny Stadium. Hopefully, Athletic Director Greg Byrne and the crew did this thing some justice. But after that, got a chance to speak to Justin Smith of Touchdown Alabama magazine. As always, be sure to check out his show, The Process, on YouTube on Mondays and Wednesdays as he continues to track recruiting like no one else. But my final word here before I sign off. Final word has got to go to in terms of this game, at some point, Nick Saban and the Crimson Tide got to do something about this situation at punter. When Nick Saban was brought in to be the head coach at Alabama, upon him being hired in January of 2007, one of the first things that came out of his mouth was, we are going to give you a program that you, the fan, that you, the supporter, that you that crave Tide football, you can be proud of. And he's always stuck true to that statement for the most part. You go back to the 2017 season, the 2018 college football playoff national championship game, Jalen Hurts struggling against the Georgia Bulldogs, Nick Saban, and wanting to give you, the fan, a product to be proud of. He had no issue pulling Jalen Hurts, inserting Tua Tagovailoa. What happened? Crimson Tide went on to win, comeback victory over Georgia, taking the national championship. People are starting to remember the anniversaries, I guess, of what Nick Saban has been in these last couple of years or so. This was the 2-year anniversary of his famous rat poison speech after the Texas A&M game. It's also the 10-year anniversary of Rocky Block 2009. Big Terrence Mount Cody, just about 400 pounds, number 62, getting his big paw on 2 Daniel Lincoln field goals. Man, was that awesome or what? 10-year anniversary of Rocky Block there. Shout out to Terrence Cody on that one. 10-year anniversary on that, and then it's the 1-year anniversary, and not many people talk about this one, but it's the 1-year anniversary of the decision Nick Saban made to switch from Skyler DeLong to Mike Bernier, the walk-on, to start the matchup against Tennessee. And no offense to Skyler DeLong, came in highly touted, highly recruited out of Fort Mill, South Carolina, but the young man is simply not getting it done. When you're averaging just 39 yards a punt, that ain't gonna do it. And despite Bernier not being an elite name at the time, he gave a Tide more consistency, positive that being, than DeLong did. Alabama, it's got to be about having its best players on the field. Got to have your best on the field. And opposition knows Bama's got the best at quarterback. Bama's got the best at running back. It's got the best at wide receiver. The offensive line starting to become the best. Defense, got some young guys, but they're growing, they're maturing. And these are things that the program is becoming proud of, or is proud of. The punting situation, program, fan base, not proud of. And opposition knows, hey, Bama weak here. They ain't got the thing at punter right now. So if I was Nick Saban, I would take a good look at Ty Perine, the young man from Prattville, in this spot. And here's why. I got a chance to speak with his former high school coach, Caleb Ross, and a couple of his former teammates, they all have said, this dude has an exceptionally strong leg. He's a great competitor, big-time athlete, and the brother just wants a shot. And sometimes it's those walk-ons that got that dog in them, that got that fight in them, that want it so bad. They just want one opportunity to show what they can do. When I watch Perine's tape, this dude hang time on his punts on an average of 4.7 seconds. That's NFL stuff. That's next level stuff. He's booming the ball 40 and 50 and 60 and sometimes 70 yards consistently. And that's what Bama fans want. We're not asking you to be J.K. Scott. Bama fans, they're not going to get that back. People like me in the media, not going to get that back. All you want is somebody consistently putting the ball 45 yards in the air with good hang time, and at the very least, on the amount of attempts that you make, at least play some of those inside the 10-yard line to squeeze the return man. That's all Bama fans want. That's the lone thing Bama Nation wants right there. And if you can do that, they're fine with you. It's the same thing in kicking. Your scholarship comes within 40 yards. If you're making them 40 plus, that's just gravy. That's just more than love. But your scholarship comes within 40 yards. And right now, Skyler DeLong, love the dude, but he is not getting it done. Ty Perine is on the bench as a walk-on, and he represents the best at that position and needs to be on the field and could give this team something that's as close to J.K. Scott as it can get. Nick Saban, if you hear me right now, Ty Perine played football in high school, played soccer throughout his childhood through high school. Put this young man on the field and let's see what this kid can do. It's just my final thought there. Ty Perine for punter. That's going to take us, folks, into our final break here on this edition of In My Own Words. As always, you download the Touchdown Alabama Magazine app. Do that today. Be the smart, concerned fan and the fan that wants to be in the know about your Crimson Tide. You can get this by going to your iPhone App Store if you're rocking Team Apple, Google Play Store if you've got the Android phone. The podcast options, as always, at the bottom of the screen. Check those out. Subscribe to TDAlabamaMag.com for all the latest, and Touchdown Alabama Magazine on YouTube, the site with over 1 million video views and over 5,000 subscribers strong. Thanks to you, the fans, for checking us out and continuing to help us grow the channel. Upon our return, we tidy up loose ends by recapping Alabama, Tennessee, third Saturday in October rivalry. Don't touch that dial, folks. We're coming back to In My Own Words. What's up, college football fans? You can catch the hottest show on the streets, that being In My Own Words, the podcast, every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. Subscribe to Touchdown Alabama Magazine for the best in Tide football.